Hi guys, welcome to the video. I am the Etheric Guide. Let me know your thoughts and feedback and feelings, if any, if you feel drawn to, in any way that you do. This is the Two of Mirrors reversed, and just earlier today, actually it was yesterday, an individual mentions that his two nephews were going swan hunting. So I'm getting that in order to have a healthy relationship that is long lasting and that both parties are deeply fulfilled, as in you have everlasting love, to have and to hold with each other, and you guys connect on things that only you two connect on, and you guys also have the kind of connection that feeds one another continuously in places that have not been fed. Not only do you create one another, but you also protect one another from decreation. And definitely to watch out for your relationship, in that other people don't get a say. Other people do not know your relationship. They aren't in your relationship. So they shouldn't act like they're in your relationship, because they're not. And they definitely shouldn't make decisions in your relationship. And they should only know a little bit about your relationship. And actually, if they have earned, not been given, correct, not been given your trust, only earned your trust. And earned your trust means they worked for it. For example, you do not go to work and be just given money. You don't show up to work at the front door and put your hand out and expect $95 to be put in your hand, and you close your hand and you walk away, and that was your work day. You do not expect that. That is being given money. It's just as ridiculous as just being given trust. So be sure that If you trust people with information about your relationship by your tongue, word of mouth, then they must have the trust to be able to hear and listen to and hold properly that information. And you will know whether they are able to do so or not by the amount of trust that they have earned from you. Don't let a beautiful thing like two swans get hunted. We used to have the unicorn, but we loved it to death. Earth used to have such a beautiful, magnificent creature as a divine white horse with a beautiful horn on his crown chakra. And beautiful mane. We still have the alligator. Didn't kill that one off. We still have the cow. Have thankfully saved that one. We're killing off plenty of too many other species. Your relationship is that special. Your relationship is worth the kind of money that a wild animal's fur coat is. Your relationship has love in it, and divine, romantic love is a resource. Some people use it that way. It's actually just your relationship. If you look at it like the animal in the wild is its own individual sovereign being, and not only does it own the fur on its back, it grew that fur on its back and it needs that fur to survive, and what right do you have to kill it? But people go out all the time and think, I want that fur coat for my own feeling of luxury. That is the divine love in your relationship. They did not find that relationship. They did not cultivate that relationship. They did not go through the awkward phase of not knowing each other. They did not start connecting and bonding and identifying differences and managing them carefully and identifying common attraction and common ground and common identities. What is this that I'm feeling? Common souls, common experiences, common likes and dislikes. They did not, but they'll want to get their hands on it because it feels so good. If a wild animal and wild wisdom is something quite different than a two-person male-female love, divine romantic love. So I'll use, for the sake of our purposes here, a husky or a Dalmatian. That fur, that divine romantic love in your relationship, you better have the trust of that animal to pet it. Otherwise, it's not socially acceptable. It is not socially acceptable to pet a dog that's not yours without asking, unless you are at an extremely high vibration in very proper alignment with something ethical and careful and trusting naturally. So there are exceptions, but for the majority of it, it is you need to either ask the owner, like, hey, can I talk about your relationship with you? Can I ask questions about your relationship with you? Can I ask this about your relationship? Or they walk right on by and maybe smile and nod if there's eye contact, and eye contact is not necessary. And that is how to